Welcome to another day of Bhagavad Gita Sadhana in the rain. It's fascinating because this morning I was looking out at the sky, and we look at the weather forecast around here, as many people do wherever you are, and we're supposed to have a nice stretch of no rain. And this morning as I looked at it, I'm like, it's going to rain because of the saying I think I've shared with you before, the seaside saying of red skies in the morning, sailors take warning. Red skies in the night, sailors delight. And there was some red in the sky this morning. And I'm relating it to the topic we're talking about today, which has to do with memory again. Because I reflect, where did I first hear that saying, and how did it become so ingrained in me? My partner had never heard of that before, but my partner had never lived in a seaside town. So where did it come from? And how does it inform my view of the world? And that's kind of what we're talking about today as we continue our exploration of who we truly are at ourselves, at our core, at ourselves with the capital S, who we are as the big S self, instead of the little self that we often perceive ourselves to be, the time-bound, perishable, ego-driven frame. But who are we beyond that? And we've been looking at the topic of memory, which, before I forget, since we're talking about memory, today's practice is dedicated to Martha. Thank you for allowing us to celebrate your birthday with you at just an amazing event yesterday. And may you have many more happy birthdays. And here in Cleveland, we have an event that happens every year. I have fond memories of it. One World Day. It's along Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, which has cultural gardens representing so many of the immigrant populations that have moved here to this region. I mean, it's varied, it's very diverse. We have a lot of food and share activities from different cultures and get to learn about each other. So and it's free. It's free. It's amazing. So to all the One World Day staff, all the participants, and especially to those new citizens getting naturalized today at 11 a.m. Eastern, all this is for you. Welcome, congratulations, etc. Okay, so now that we've gotten that part of my memory out of the way, isn't it amazing how when you have something you want to remember on your mind, it can take up so much mind space? I gotta remember. Well, actually, according to yoga psychology, memory is an organ in the system that is mind. So mind is not just brain. In yoga psychology, there are 4 distinct organs. And one is chitta, which can be translated as memory. And I mention this as an organ because I've had the fascinating experience, and I wonder how many of you have had this too, that when I dream, I remember my dreams often, quite vividly. I have different memories when I dream. And this would imply, the idea of almost like you could get an organ transplant. Just like other organs, you could get a memory transplant. So, for example, when I dream, my mother passed away years ago, as many of you know. In some of my dreams, she's still alive, and I don't have the memory of her death. I have this one area in dreamland that I visited over and over again during my sleep. And I have memories of what it is, and sometimes it seems more real than this waking life. But I have distinct memories just of that place that have nothing to do with this. I'm even different people in my dreams. I've even been a different animal in my dreams. And my memories have all corresponded to that. So for me, my experience is when I wake up or live in this apparent real life, it makes me question my memory. Like, where did these memories come from? How are they serving me? Because in my dreams, my memories serve the process of the dream. So how are my memories serving me in the process of this life? And it helps me to not identify with them, if that makes sense, because in the space of 24 hours here, I can have so many different sets of memories. So this can be encouraging when we feel trapped by our memories. Perhaps to think of them as organs that are meant to serve us. And maybe we do need a memory transplant or a memory detox or something like that. But as I mentioned, I found that this gives me a very different relationship to the concept of memory. And perhaps we can contemplate that today too. Like, I could be waking up from this sometime in the next little bit and be like, wow, what a dream that was. I remember doing this sadhana for days. And why would I do that, right? So let's bring our mind into calmness with a balance pose, and then we'll do a contemplation on memory. Tree pose in the rain. Nothing like it. Switch sides. All righty. Let's have 5 minutes and I invite you during that time to contemplate how is your set of memories that you currently have serving or not serving you in this life. Check in soon. Welcome back. I'm always curious as to what your experience is, and you're free to leave comments below or to text or email me with them if you'd like to share. What I noticed today is how much of my contemplation time I spend trying to remember something great to say at the end of each of these programs. Like, oh yeah, I have to remember to say that or this. So I'll just mention the idea of memory serving. And some of my memories, I know how to play musical instruments and it's great, and I just jam. But the idea of memory serving has been confirmed in this world through some research that if you're a college student, for example, if you're supposed to take an exam, it suggests you study in the place where you're going to take that exam, because the memories of you studying are going to be bound more fully to the location you're in. So memory tied to your place even, as well as your time in life. And just another idea of how you can look at this thing that pervades us and governs a lot of our lives, memory. Does it have to? Well, we'll explore more about getting to your true self when next we meet again. Until then. Oh, one world, one world, one world. Yes.